Join Kids Hut family. What are you trying to do, Tofu?
I am trying to pluck mangoes from this tree, but the effort is going useless.
That's because the mangoes are too far away and the stones are too heavy.
Then what should I do, Tia? I really want those mangoes.
Let me tell you a story. The Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there was a mama pig and three little pigs. One day, Mama Pig said to them,
"You are old enough to build your own houses."
The first pig built a house of straw. He said,
"Now the wolf can't come and catch me and eat me."
The second pig built his house with sticks, stronger than the first pig's house. He said,
"Now the wolf can't come and catch me and eat me."
The third pig built his house with bricks, stronger than the second pig's house. He said,
"Now the wolf can't come and catch me and eat me."
Next day, the wolf came to the house made of straw. The wolf knocked at the door and said,
Little pig, let me come in."
"I will not let you come in,"
said the little pig.
"Then I will huff and puff and blow your house away,"
said the wolf. So he huffed and puffed. The house of straw fell down, and the wolf ate up the first little pig. Next day, the wolf came to the house made of sticks. He knocked at the door and said,
Little pig, let me come in."
"I will not let you come in,"
said the little pig.
"Then I will huff and puff and blow your house away,"
said the wolf. So he huffed and puffed and blew the house away. The house of sticks fell down, and the wolf ate up the second little pig. Next day, the wolf came to the house made of bricks.
Little pig, let me come in."
"I will not let you come in,"
said the little pig.
"Then I will huff and puff and blow your house away,"
said the wolf. The big bad wolf tried to huff and puff and blow the house down. But he couldn't. He kept trying for hours, but the house was very strong. He tried to enter through the chimney, but the clever third little pig boiled a big pot of water and kept it below the chimney. The wolf fell into it and died. So, the way the third wise pig managed to escape from the wolf without using weapons, but through his wisdom, would you be able to do the same? What are you doing, Tofu?
I'm trying to water the plants, but this hose is broken.
Come, let me tell you a short story. The Clever Crow. The Clever Crow. One hot day, a thirsty crow flew all over the fields looking for water. For a long time, he could not find any water. Suddenly, he saw a water jug below the tree. He flew straight down to see if there was any water inside. Yes, he could see some water inside the jug. The crow tried to push his head into the jug. Sadly, he found that the neck of the jug was too narrow.
What should I do? I am really thirsty. How do I drink water?
Then he tried to push the jug to tilt for the water to flow out, but the jug was too heavy. He looked around and saw some pebbles. He suddenly had a good idea. He started picking up the pebbles one by one, dropping each into the jug. As more and more pebbles filled the jug, the water level kept rising. Soon, it was high enough for the crow to drink. His plan had worked. So, like the Clever Crow was able to find a solution to the problem by thinking and working hard, would you be able to find one to this too?
Thanks, Tia.
Hi, Tofu. Who was that?
That is Lily. She is my new friend. She has an aquarium in her house and her brother has the latest rowboats collection and I want to see it. So I told her that I love fish and she invited me home to play with her.
Since when do you like fish, Tofu?
I don't. They creep me out. I just said it to her so that she would be friends with me and let me see her brother's rowboat collection.
You're the donkey with the lion skin.
What kind of donkey is that, Tia?
The donkey in the lion's skin. One day, a donkey found a lion's skin. Oh, look at that! It's the lion's skin. Let me put it on. He put it on and looked at his reflection in the river. Wow! I look just like a lion. No one can say that it is me. I must take advantage of this. The donkey wore the skin and marched into the village. Obviously, seeing a lion in the village, the villagers got scared and started running helter-skelter. They left their stores and kiosks open. The women dropped baskets full of hay and fruits on the road, grabbed their children and locked themselves indoors. This is so much fun! The villagers have left their food and belongings out here in the open for me to feast on. The donkey ate as much as he wanted to. Grabbed his loot and went back into the jungle. For the next few days, he relaxed and enjoyed what he had brought from the village. When his supply ran out, wearing the lion's skin, he walked into the village once again. The villagers once again ran at the sight of the lion. And the donkey gathered his loot. This went on for many days. Every time he was successful, the donkey's confidence grew.
We must do something about this lion. What can we do? Let us follow him and see where he goes.
And so the villagers decided to follow what they thought was the lion. The donkey was particularly happy that day after plundering the village. Still wearing the lion's skin, he went straight to the wheat fields and started singing loudly. The villagers who were behind him recognized his braying.
It is not a lion. It is a donkey, braying in a lion's skin. I say we teach him a lesson.
The villagers got hold of the donkey and beat him mercilessly. So you see, Tofu, it is not enough to pretend to be what you are. One must genuinely be what they say they are. Otherwise, their true nature will start showing and people will recognize their lie.
I agree with you, Tia. I will go and tell Lily the truth.
Oh God! Somebody help me! The insect has bitten me!
Oh God, come, let me put some ice.
Why did it happen to me?
Let me tell you a story. The Fox and the Stork. Once, a fox and a stork were friends, and the fox invited the stork for dinner.
Dear friend, I wish to invite you for a meal at my home. I will cook a delicious soup for you. I would love to come.
The fox made a delicious soup as promised. The fox was very clever and played a cruel trick. When the stork visited his home that evening, she was given a shallow dish filled with soup. Thus the fox could easily lap up, but the stork could only wet the end of her bill in it.
I have made this delicious soup myself. Enjoy your meal.
Poor stork did not say anything and pretended to enjoy the meal. At the end of the evening, however, the stork went home hungry. 1 week later, the stork invited the fox for lunch at her house.
Dear fox, why don't you come to my house for lunch? I am cooking fish for the meal,
said the stork.
Thank you, dear stork. I would be happy to come,
said the fox. The stork made delicious fish. When the fox arrived, the stork served the fish in a pitcher. The fox stared hungrily at the food, but he could not taste it. He had a thick snout and couldn't eat from the pitcher. So all he could manage to do was to lick the outside of the pitcher.
Did you enjoy the lunch, my friend? I made it especially for you,
asked the stork with a nasty smile. The fox remembered his cruel trick on the stork and had to confess that the clever stork made him learn a lesson. The stork enjoyed the meal while the fox looked on sheepishly and went home hungry. So Tofu, as the fox did bad to the stork did bad to him too, because one bad turn deserves another.
Now I understand.
Wasn't last night's slumber party fun, Tofu?
Oh, I had a blast. Let's do it again.
I agree, but I noticed that you weren't being very nice to Cousin Rob. You were always with your friend Josh.
Cousin Rob started it.
Started what?
Josh is one of my best friends, and Cousin Rob told me that he didn't like Josh as much as I did.
There's nothing wrong in that, Tofu.
I don't understand. Why not?
Shall I explain it to you with a story?
Yes, I want to hear the story.
A very long time ago, there lived a mighty lion in a jungle. One day, he went to the river to drink water. But his leg got stuck in the thick, slushy mud of the riverbank. No matter how much he tried, his leg wouldn't come out. He called out for help. But alas, there was none. And so he remained stuck in the mud. After a few days, a kind jackal came to the same spot of the river to drink water. He saw the lion stuck in the mud. "Your Majesty, are you all right?"
No, Jackal, I am stuck in the mud. I cannot move. I have been here for days now.
"Give me a moment, Your Majesty. Let me see what I can do." The jackal quickly crossed over to the riverside where the lion was stuck. With his paws, he dug out the mud where the lion's leg was caught. "I think your leg should be free now. Please try and come out." The lion tried to move, but he couldn't. His leg had become stiff after being in the same position for so many days. Seeing this, the jackal made more efforts to free the lion. He pushed him and pulled him till he finally came out of the mud. The lion was very happy to be able to move freely after so many days.
Thank you, kind Jackal. You have saved me.
"You are welcome, Your Majesty." "Now I must get back home."
Where will you go? Why don't you come and stay with me? You've saved me, and now you are my friend for life.
The jackal accepted the lion's offer, and both grew their own families. But they continued to live together and hunt together. Their children would even play together. But the lioness did not like the friendship between the jackal and the lion. And she conveyed the same to the lady jackal. "The lioness told me that the lion does not want us to live here with him and his family." Hearing this, the jackal was very upset and went to see the lion. "I thought we were friends, but if you did not want my family and me to live here with you, you should have told me so. Instead, you conveyed your message to me through the lioness and the lady jackal?
My friend, I don't know what you are talking about.
We are leaving.
No, my friend, don't leave me and go. I have not done anything of that sort. I want you to stay with me.
The jackal understood what had happened. I am sorry, friend. I understand your sincerity and love towards me. I think I judged you too quickly. It is not you who wants me gone, but the lioness. I shouldn't live here any longer.
No, you don't have to go. I will speak to the lioness.
No, don't worry about it. My family and I will live in another home. But you and I will still remain friends. It is best for both families. Though the lion was very sad, he agreed. And so the jackal made another home for himself and his family. But his friendship with the lion remained. They met every day, went on hunts together, and shared lives good and bad till the end of their lives. The lioness didn't like the jackal, even though the lion and he were best friends. And she knew that the jackal had saved the lion once upon a time. Yeah, that's why I'm telling you, Tofu. Sometimes you may like someone very much, but your family may not feel the same way about them. Oh, I get it now. Let's call Cousin Rob and others for one more slumber party. I promise I will behave better this time. Tofu, I think you should help the poor dog.
Why, Tia?
Wait, I'll explain this to you through a story. The Lion and the Mouse. One day, a lion was sleeping in his den. A mouse was also playing nearby. Little Mouse began running up and down upon him. This soon wakened the lion. Angry at the little mouse, the lion caught the mouse and said,
"You little mouse, how dare you wake me? I will kill you."
The mouse was frightened and prayed to the lion.
Pardon, O king. Please do not kill me. I am a little creature. Please let me go, and I will do you a good return one day for sparing my life.
The lion was rather amused to hear this, thinking, "What good can he do to me? But let him go." A few days after, the lion was walking in a jungle. He found himself caught in a hunter's net. He rode and rolled to get out of the net, but he failed. The lion was pleading for help.
Help me, help me.
The mouse, whose life was saved by the lion, heard the roar and ran to the lion and said,
Don't worry, my friend. I will save you.
The mouse gathered all his friends and told them,
We all have to help my friend and set him free.
The mouse and his friends cut through the net and set the lion free. The lion escaped and thanked the mouse. And from that day, they became the best of friends. Like the little mouse and lion had become friends and in the end helped each other, you should help this dog too. Because a friend in need is a friend indeed. For your favorite rhymes, stories, and more, join Kids Hut family. Subscribe here.